tonight, anger over insurance problems intensifies in Tallahassee. It's no secret people are still struggling after Hurricane Ian, never mind Helene and Milton. But Wink Investigates uncovered it's not just a few people, it's thousands. And now the finger pointing has reached the highest levels of state government.
I just think it's terrible.
Waiting.
We just feel it's a form of elder abuse.
And waiting.
I'm 85 years old, so what do I got to do?
And waiting for their Ian insurance claims to be settled. People in this peaceful East Fort Myers community just off Palm Beach Boulevard are fed up with patched roofs and leaks.
They feel like they can just ignore us, throw us under the bus, and we'll go away.
But owner Becky Cheatham says they won't go anywhere.
So this one here, they lost the roof for their whole front bedroom. The whole back side of the roof got blown off.
Property manager Eric Ray took Wink Investigates producer Robin Wolf on a tour of the damage. He says after their $500,000 deductible and depreciation, Heritage Insurance paid about $250,000 for damages to the community, which isn't enough to rebuild.
You see people, especially older, retired folks, senior citizens, they've paid insurance their whole life. Finally, something really bad happens in their community, and they don't get anything as far as compensation for it.
So owners are now paying for repairs out of their own pockets before we get into the next rain and hurricane seasons.
It's not the way it's supposed to work, so I hope somebody does something to correct it and the right thing.
In Gateway, Zach Howell and his family are still waiting as well. His insurance company, Cypress Insurance, paid just a fraction of what it'll cost to replace his roof. They heard Ian's fury from inside their home.
Obviously the winds, the cracking sounds ended up being those tiles, or at least I'm assuming. So we found those on the ground the next day. Palm fronds flying through our neighbor here.
Those are just two of the nearly 20,000 Ian claims still open in Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties, according to state data.
If you're an insurance company in Florida, it is a casino. The house always wins.
Certified public adjuster Blake Day represents every home or condo owner you've met so far in this story, and he says there's a common thread.
There's so many issues. I feel like so many things that can be done to straighten it out, but nobody just wants to straighten it out.
It's almost like robbery. You give them your money, and they don't give you anything for it.
In Tallahassee now, a fight over insurance regulation. A state memo obtained by Wink News proposes moving all aspects of insurance regulation under the insurance commissioner. It claims the current system, under two different agencies, has resulted in only 5.2% of the 52,160 customer complaints being evaluated for legal violations over a 5-year period. Last fall, Wink Investigates introduced you to the Rapkin family in Northport, so angry with Heritage Insurance, a company that's been on our radar since shortly after Ian, they went on 60 Minutes to let everybody know about it. Jeff Rapkin says Heritage reduced the $231,000 claim his field adjuster wrote to $15,000.
I think they did it on purpose, and I think people are getting letters that say they're not covered when they are.
The state wouldn't investigate Rapkin's issue because they say he had already hired a lawyer. But last May, the state's Office of Insurance Regulation fined Heritage $1 million for failing to properly handle Ian claims. Day says, to a company that big, it's a meaningless fine.
$1 million is like fining you or I $10.
To make it even worse, back at Pine Ridge, because their community claim is still open, the company has to stick with Heritage for coverage. And the property manager says in the past 2 years has paid more than $2 million in insurance premiums to Heritage.
I mean, the odds are just completely stacked against you.
And Heritage did recalculate their claim, but rather than pay for the roof damage, Heritage sent this letter saying,
not only do we not owe this association any more money, we actually overpaid you by $1,900. Sorry about that.
At Pine Ridge, people say this will be a Category 5 fight.
Feel like we've been ripped off is what we feel like.
If I could start an insurance company in this state, I would in a heartbeat. It's the best business you can have. It's like owning a casino.
We asked the insurance companies in this story for a response. Only Heritage sent us a statement, but they didn't address the claims in this story. They did say they're committed to supporting policyholders and have closed 91% of Milton claims and 95% of Helene claims. As for the people you met, people at Pine Ridge have hired an attorney and are headed to mediation now, hoping they don't have to sue. And Zach Howell has an attorney and is in litigation.